Coming up,
This is a continuation of our two-part 50th episode extravaganza.
We had to make it 2 episodes because we just love talking that much.
What's the point of living if you know the answers to the universe?
I know there's some truth to that cheese.
If a ghost is gonna bitch me out, I'm gonna bitch them out too.
Welcome to our podcast where we take deep dives.
Looking at various topics through a paranormal lens. Yeah.
Let's do this.
Okay, so who wants to start off? Question 26.
I shall start.
Okay.
What is your least favorite piece of equipment?
Honestly, the EMF meter that's just the lights.
The K2 type
The
of
K2,
thing?
yeah, the K2 meter. Honestly, my least favorite. Because it's so glitchy, it picks up on weird things. Just waving it around too fast can sometimes set things off. And like, if you're a new paranormal investigator, you may not realize that. I don't know. And it's just easier to have like the digital EMF reader to actually see the number fluctuation, in my personal opinion.
The K2 you can't even see so let's say you catch like something where you're like, "Wow," in your head. This is some crazy EMF action.
Mm-hmm.
The natural question is, "Oh, what was the reading?" You can't even tell. So
It's like, oh, it was the yellow light. Yellow light.
what does that mean?
Exactly. I mean, I'm pretty sure like the K2 meter does have like what the milligauss reading is for each light.
But it's like a range, so it's
Yeah, it's
so
a
hard to
range.
pinpoint. Because like my favorite thing about the EMF is like it's a real device that
Mm-hmm.
measures something real, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you get a reading that you think, okay, that was strange, you can actually go and figure out exactly what the energy output is equivalent to figure out, if it's something that could have an explanation.
Yeah.
You can't do that with a K2.
What's your least favorite, Ben?
Um, we don't have one, but probably, I mean, we've been on investigations with people that use them, and I just think even watching on TV, there, it's a false positive generator. I'm talking, of course, the SLS.
I knew you were gonna say that. That's the stick figure thing.
They're
The
cool,
concept
but
is interesting,
not
but
reliable, I would say.
I want to do a full episode on SLS eventually, so we
yes,
won't get in. But
absolutely.
the phone apps too, spoiler alert, are even like worse because like people use phone apps that don't even have like lidar, so it's literally just like anything that like the in 2D space like resembles a person, like a water bottle even, but the grooves kind of have
Yeah.
and is
Mm-hmm.
the amount of people that post on Facebook, especially like older people that have the apps and they're just like, oh, there's a stick figure showing up on my water bottle. It's a mini ghost. No, no, it's not.
No.
Drives me nuts.
It's picking up something in the water bottle that looks like a human.
What about you, Angela? Do you have a least favorite?
Boo Bear.
Boo Buddy?
God,
I
no.
love Boo Buddy.
Oh God, no,
He
I
drives me
can't.
nuts.
I can't stand those stupid things. And people who make their own too, I'm just like, no, stop it.
Well, at
I
least the
don't.
people that make their own don't have the annoying like child saying like, "You're tickling me." I'm like, it always happens at the worst time. Like you're hearing footsteps and you're trying to
Yeah,
capture it, on audio,
that's why I
and
don't
then
like them. It's because it sounds so stupid and they go off constantly. I'm like, this isn't
yeah,
reliable, I feel like.
I
You know how
don't.
many times every single time we use these on investigations, it's going off at least 10 different times in an
Yeah,
hour. Fuck that. That's not reliable. No way temperature's fluctuating that much or something's touching it that much.
but
I'm
how
sorry.
again same issue with the K2. You don't know whether temperature is changing too. Is it a
Hmm.
2-degree temperature difference or a 5-degree temperature difference?
Or it seems like with Boo Bear, is it a 0.05 degree
It
difference?
doesn't say. And
Exactly.
and then of course I just hate things as a film person that make noise like that in general because like it's always when someone is saying something important that I need to get audio of that like right over them talking is
I
like Boo
also
Bear.
don't like it because one, it looks extremely stupid. That's why I don't like homemade ones too, because people who
Yeah,
make the
they're kind
homemade
of
ones, I'm
janky.
sorry if anyone's listening that makes their like homemade ones or whatever, but it's just kind of like Why are you picking it like the dirtiest looking like Goodwill stuffed animals out there as possible? Like get something good looking at least to make it people want to buy them. It's eye appealing,
Oh
you
my
know?
god.
I'm sorry that's a meme, but like seriously.
So you're saying just because you can stick an EMF meter in something doesn't mean you should.
Exactly.
Okay, Bree, question 27.
What is a paranormal topic you wish investigators would stop arguing about?
None. We won't have a podcast.
Yeah, there's a lot of different things. Oh gosh, what could
I
that
actually
be?
want people to I want people to argue more about stuff. Like, people just like,
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the arguing or having like differences in beliefs is what makes it interesting and you can learn more, you know?
I know we are like, we don't really watch too many paranormal stuff, but
Hmm.
what is your favorite, even if it's a guilty pleasure, what is your favorite paranormal show? And it can be like YouTube stuff or whatever. Like, what's your favorite paranormal stuff that you, even if it's guilty pleasure, unironically do enjoy to watch?
Um, Unironically, I used to watch Ghost Adventures to fall asleep to. Um, I started having really creepy dreams, so I had to switch to how it's made. But I
Wow.
do in fact throw on Ghost Adventures in the background all the time when I'm doing stuff because you can just listen to it and it's entertaining. So, yeah, Ghost Adventures.
Ooh, um I really enjoy exploring with Josh stuff.
On YouTube, yeah.
Hmm.
The abandoned
Mm-hmm.
locations.
Yeah,
Abandoned
yeah.
stuff and his ghost stuff is very entertaining.
I would say, I mean, Bree, we both grew up on the Ghost Hunters, so I'd say that classic era of
Mm-hmm.
like seasons 1 through 4 of Ghost Hunters. I think before
Oh, hell
paranormal
yeah.
TV got like kind of oversaturated.
Mm-hmm.
Classic.
Mm-hmm. Where Jason and Grant still did the plumbing gig and would be get the call while they were at a
Mm-hmm.
house doing plumbing stuff.
That's
And
something
be
we've
like,
never
all right.
done. We've never done plumbing before.
We've never done plumbing before.
Okay, so
Uh,
who's
We're
gonna go back to school and get their plumbing degree?
hell no.
no thanks. I'm already not using the degree I have now.
What popular haunting do you think is misunderstood?
Ooh, like a specific haunting?
I guess like a popular, well-known haunted place.
Okay, haunted place. Because
Hmm.
the answer when you just said haunting, I was gonna
Or
go like
haunting, yeah, that's true. Haunting,
I
I
was gonna
guess
say
it doesn't
Hat Man.
matter.
Hat Man.
Mm.
I think it's
That's a good one.
misunderstood for reasons we already covered in a previous episode.
Yes, that's a good answer.
Yeah.
That is a good answer.
I still love
Um,
when Bree said like it's kind of like the inverse of like the woman in white type of thing.
Yeah.
hmm
I like
hmm
that.
What's your opinion on people who intentionally try to provoke spirits for entertainment?
My first thoughts are leave those poor souls alone.
I think to put it simply, how you engage with spirits tends to be how you engage with people. So it's just a reflection on who you are as a person.
Good way to put it.
Now, that's not to say there aren't a few cases. Like, if you see a shitty person in real life that's a murderer, you know, a murderer across the room, like a known murderer, if they look at you and they say, "Fuck you, Brianna," you're probably gonna say, "Fuck you, asshole," back to them.
Oh
So
yeah,
you know,
absolutely. I feel like I have
you're
done
allowed to
that.
be mean to some spirits, like you are allowed to be mean to some people, but
I'm
like,
pretty
don't come out the
sure.
gate.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I'm very like against provoking, and um, but if a ghost is gonna bitch me out, I'm gonna bitch them out too,
I want to
and
see this Bree
I
bitch fight with a ghost.
have. Like if it happens, like you bet your ass I'm gonna talk back to them. God. Anyways.
All right, question 31. I'm kind of wasting this question. I just think it's a funny question. But if a ghost challenged you to a game of Jenga in exchange for the answers to the universe, would you if if they lost, they would have to give you like you'd have to win. Would you be confident enough to play a ghost in
What would
Jenga?
happen if you
Yeah,
lost?
yeah.
Like,
What's the
You would never get the
consequences?
answers to the universe. So
I
it's
Oh,
like
mean,
there's
there isn't really a downside to it. Either you play Jenga against the ghost and you win and you learn the mysteries of the universe, or you
Mhm.
play Jenga against a ghost and you lose and you still get to say you played Jenga against a ghost.
well, what's the point of living if you know the answers to the universe?
I don't
Ooh.
know. Like,
Well, okay. This can be a question 32. Um, would you keep investigating the paranormal if you knew all the answers to the universe?
No,
I would say
probably
yes
not.
because it would give me a better understanding as to how to connect or speak with spirits and to be able to capture that and
You know, that's a
record
good point.
evidence to help further prove the paranormal. That is saying that the universe prove like knowing the knowledge of the universe would prove that the ghosts and the paranormal are real. Maybe it's not.
You know,
I
There's
don't
you
there's
know.
you
still
have a good
that little
you got a
inkling.
good answer to
Yeah.
that because the first thing that came to my mind was that I'm just gonna be bored. Like, what's the point of doing it? I'll be bored. I don't. I like your answer a lot better, Bree.
Yeah.
I thought at
I
first
mean,
Bree was just gonna say, "Yeah, something to do on Saturday night."
What's a paranormal claim that sounds ridiculous, but you've seen evidence supporting it?
Ooh. Um,
That's a hard question. I'm
it
sorry.
is a hard question.
You know my answer.
What?
What?
The most
Hatman?
ridiculous, no, not having the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Cheese layers. But I know there's some truth to that cheese, and I'm not just talking bries or Swiss or cheddar. I've seen provolone. I've seen proof of it all.
Proof alone.
Um,
Proof alone.
Oh, goodness.
Leave my provolone proof alone. Whose question is it?
It's my turn.
All right.
Okay. Has anyone on the team ever quit or seriously considered quitting because of an experience?
Oh my gosh, because that was literally going to be my question. I was unprepared.
Sorry.
That's all good. No, I've never seriously thought about quitting.
I feel like I'm never going to quit the paranormal, but I feel like there may end up being some sort of event at some point that may make me question, like, whether I actually want to keep
Yeah, I'm sure.
investigating.
I'm
Like,
sure
I'm sure we're
everyone.
all going to come across
Yeah.
that once or twice, but it's become such a big part of our lives. It's hard to imagine doing anything without it.
I guess this is kind of a broad question, but has anything we've encountered or learned or discussed in the paranormal like actually made you think about religion differently?
I don't think so. Not really.
Yes, it did change my view on religion. What location has completely exceeded your expectations?
Madison Seminary, because it breaks my brain every time I go there, so like that's the highest form of flattery. All right, going back to the top when we talked about like least favorite piece of equipment, if you were on a haunted island and you could only have one thing with you to detect ghosts, and that includes your phone. You would have, if you choose like an EMF meter, you wouldn't have a phone. You can only have one tool, one anything with you on this haunted island. What's the one thing you would bring?
Spirit box?
You would bring Spirit Box.
Yeah, because if you're alone, you can have like, and if you get lonely, you can just turn on the spirit box and start talking and having a conversation with the ghost.
That is a good option. I was gonna say dowsing rods, but like dowsing rods are only good for yes no answers, where they're at, where something's at, which you can get all of that and some with a spirit box.
So we got two team spirit boxers over here.
Yeah. Spirit boxers. Boo 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 boo.
Pow! I would bring my phone. That's why I said at the beginning about the phone.
Just your phone?
Yeah, you can record audio, you can record video.
That's so true.
Oh my
You have a
god.
little
Yeah.
flashlight in there. I just walk around with my phone.
That's
I
smart.
kind of just thought phone would just
I feel like that's
with
cheating.
us. Yeah, I
That's
feel like that's
lame.
cheating.
Okay, so I would bring a camera.
That's better.
Okay,
That's fair.
which also can record audio, can record video.
Yep,
Probably has a
you're
built-in
totally
light.
correct.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
hmm
Have you ever felt emotionally drained after investigation and where?
Oh yeah. Not always due to the spirits though. When we used to be in like paranormal club, right? There were like literally 100 people, all college kids. Some of these people are really emotionally draining just being around. And then you're
Mm-hmm.
up for like 14, 15 hours
Mm-hmm.
in a remote place with no cell service in the dark and you're scared. That's I feel like a lot of the early investigations were a little draining more than
Yeah.
recent ones because like when you
Yeah.
have good people that you vibe with and you know your limits in terms of like taking breaks and whatnot, like it doesn't really get to you as much.
Yeah, if
Mm-hmm.
you don't vibe with the people you are investigating with, your energy will drain very
A
fast.
lot faster. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think
Because
that's fair.
I don't know
Mm-hmm.
about you guys, but I mean, when I'm with people, like, when I should say, like, I like most people that I have like investigated with before. It's just like if it's
Some people just have a
some,
strange vibe.
Yeah,
yeah,
I
Even
don't know that I mean you guys have probably noticed I'm very much a people person. So if
yeah.
I'm helping with an investigation, I feel like I don't get drained as much because I just get energized about like talking to people about stuff
hmm
and like helping with the investigation and like but I don't know. I feel like if I ever get emotionally drained, it's because of like something that happens like
If someone's using Boo Bear around me, my
you could
energy will be gone in 2 minutes.
But yeah, I think we have been emotionally drained. Just I don't think anyone here has been like emotionally drained from like
hmm
spirits, right?
hmm Though I feel like you guys have been affected enough, like specifically, I'm thinking of like Simpson Hospital. Like you guys got
Yeah.
really emotionally affected, and I felt like that was
But that's not like emotionally
Yeah, we're
draining.
not.
It's just,
I don't know. I wouldn't call it like drain. Like people say, like there's paranormal hangovers or whatever.
hmm
I never felt that. Like I've been
yeah, I
tired
never
or
felt
like just
that.
kind of overwhelmed at points, but like not like emotionally drained type of thing where it's like I can't even think right now. I can't even feel any feelings. I am
yeah.
in such despair
Are you
because
sure paranormal hangover isn't just being up all night, like
that's what I
lack of
suspect.
sleep?
That's what I suspect. 'Cause I
Yeah.
never felt a paranormal hangover type of
No,
thing.
I could never relate with people whenever they say that. So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Now, one time during an investigation, we all felt just suddenly hungover all at once during an
hmm
investigation, and we all had to like sit down and we're like, the room is spinning. We're like, what's happening? But then that passed in a minute, and we're like, that was weird. Okay,
the heck
on
was
to the.
this?
This was at the South Lion Hotel. All right, question. I don't know what. We're just gonna say we're on 40. So
Okay. Have you ever found yourself emotionally attached to a location or case?
you see, here's the thing. Some people are like, they get protective about locations, like, oh, don't go here. It's my haunted place. You don't have a haunted place. Even people that are location owners should open it up to the public. So I'm very much like, it's weird if you get overly protective over a place. Um, I mean, maybe what we were talking about in the previous episode about like Bath and stuff, like I
hmm
feel like that's because of an emotional connection to that case and stuff, I would advise against investigating. there,
Mm-hmm.
but that's for other reasons, because of like recent
Yeah.
Yeah.
tragedy stuff. But
Mm-hmm. I feel like I don't have any current like locations that I feel like emotionally attached to or personally attached to. But back in the day when we were first starting and with the first documentary you made, with Afterlife, I felt like there was a period in time where we all felt like very attached to Rosevere and all the
hmm,
things going on with Rosevere and like
Oh, yes, you guys
oh
did. Believe me,
Rosevere Park.
I walked in on your guys' lives when Rover
yeah.
was like a big thing, and my God, you guys were
It was like, oh,
very
where do
invested
we
in
want to
it.
go to investigate? It's like, oh man, that's too far away. Oh man, that's we gotta plan ahead of time for that one. Well, let's just go to Rosevere. It was always our go-to. Like we just kept getting drawn back there.
I didn't even think about something like that. Yeah, that was like a mini obsession for like a year.
It
I think it
two
was
2 years.
Yeah, that
longer
was
than just a year for you guys.
that was like a place that latched onto us, and like we were all just compelled to go there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
reasonably so. I mean, it's a place.
Yeah. Wonderful insight.
It's a
Sorry,
place.
it's a place.
Whose question is it?
Oh.
It's yours, Ben.
It's mine?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Here's a fun one. If you could meet any ghost and have a conversation with it, which ghost would you want to kindly and with consent force to sit down at a table with you and talk to you?
Abe
Any
Lincoln.
You'd
ghost.
want to talk to Abe Lincoln.
That's okay.
I
Why?
don't know. He seems like a very interesting dude. What can I say?
Huh.
Okay, but Abe, that actually would be cool because like with Mary Todd Lincoln and all that stuff, like with the
Hmm.
spirit photography, it would be so cool to like replicate that, like an authentic spirit photo
Ooh.
of Abe Lincoln.
Yeah.
But that's probably not why you
I
said
want it.
so.
He would be like such a good like hat man with his top hat and
I
stuff.
actually have a really good one about after
Be
thinking
a
about
good
this
hat
for a
man.
hot second. Houdini.
Houdini.
You
Yes,
know, because he was so into like the occult and like he was there the rise of spiritualism and like even his wife after he passed away was very heavily into spiritualism and doing seances because they had like that code word if the afterlife exists he was supposed to say it to her during a seance I and also it's Houdini. Like I feel like that would be like the ghost to talk to.
that would be, yeah,
Houdini.
that would be. And so you know the magic capital of the world is right here in Michigan, and every year they do a seance on Halloween to contact Houdini, and they've never
I never knew
contacted
that.
him.
I
Yeah, I
didn't know
talked to
that
the
either.
guy that did the seances because back in the day I wanted to see if we could like film or be a part of one. They're fake seances. I was so bummed. They
Oh,
don't.
they were.
Yeah,
That's
they
sad.
bill it as like take part in the same, but it's all just like theatrics and stuff, like
Yeah.
Mm.
illusions, like magic. Now, here's the thing. I am swayed by that answer. I do like that answer, Bree. Um, would you? I'm more willing to do a Houdini seance than a Santa Claus seance.
Oh, come on, bruh.
What? You don't want to summon Houdini?
Santa Claus.
You know, he's a famous debunker. What if like he just like let's say in a theoretical, you summon Houdini, and who knows what happens when you summon a ghost? What if they show up and they just like don't know they're a ghost? They just think they're alive. And he sees us doing a seance. He's like, bullshit. That doesn't work. No such thing as ghosts.
They
Wait
were
a
like,
minute.
Houdini,
He's here as a ghost.
you are a ghost. And he's like, what?
All right.
My turn. What's the oddest thing that you have found while investigating?
You said oddest, so I'll bring this up. When we went to, this was not during an investigation, but it was on your birthday a couple years ago, Angela, and we
Oh,
stopped in
yeah.
this, that, and the odder things, which we have done investigations at, but this wasn't. It was just for your birthday. We were in town and we
Yeah, we
stopped
were
by.
just there for my birthday.
we went down to like the river behind in Ypsilanti, and we found that weird ceramic handmade mug with your initials on it and
Uh-huh. It
full
had a bunch of
like
naked
Brett,
people on it.
yeah, naked people and your initials, and I was like, all right, I didn't get you a gift for your birthday, so happy birthday.
Is there Have we ever had a piece of evidence that we took or have collected that was didn't make the final cut or has never been shown to the public?
Mhm.
Oh, a lot.
Yeah.
So
Most
What like
much.
likely,
what's
yeah.
what's your favorite?
I can't even remember half the stuff. I
I
mean,
was gonna say,
At Piercini, there's so many EVPs and stuff that didn't. I mean, that comes to mind because it's
Hmm.
fresh.
Yeah,
So
the same.
that's always the first to go is like evidence.
Hmm.
Okay, okay. So here's a fun thing. We've been doing this for 10 years almost, and a lot has changed. What do you think? Because I think it's entirely viable and reasonable to assume we'll be doing this from our little like retirement homes or nursing homes. So
Imagine us all in a nursing home together investigating
yeah,
where we're living.
we'd be investigating the past nursing, like people at the nursing home. They're probably like extremely haunted though, to be honest.
I mean that kind of answers the first part of my question. I was gonna say like, let's say 60 years, 70 years from now, which is 6 or 7 times the duration we've been doing this, in total. When we're in a retirement home, nursing home, what will investigations look like, and what will the paranormal field at large even look like? Like,
It's a
so
I
much
good
probably
think
will change.
question.
I think our paranormal investigating will still look very similar, just including a lot more walkers and canes.
An EMF cane.
That's really funny.
Or and also missing dentures.
Missing dentures.
Oh God.
AI will somehow be incorporated into it too, somehow, I bet.
AI wheelchairs.
AI wheelchairs.
An
How's that?
invention
How
that
would that work?
It's
you
gonna
know
be
it's
like
gonna be a
the
thing.
Tesla cars where they pick up ghosts apparently, but
Oh.
instead we're in the wheelchairs or whatever, and it's like, oh, there's a ghost, there's a person walking in front of you. It's like, no, there isn't. It's just a ghost. And you can't roll forward because there's a person.
Because your electric wheelchair that's AI equipped with Tesla capabilities.
Hmm.
Tesla capabilities.
Things that don't need to be invented, but we know will be.
Yep. Hmm.
Okay.
That was a
We're
good
gonna
question.
we're gonna have the most decked out wheelchairs though. There's gonna be
Oh
like
hell
have
yeah.
EMF meters and the wheels are cat balls.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I wonder
Um,
who's out of all of us, who's gonna die first?
is that question 45?
No.
It's only a matter of time that we've been ghost hunting for nearly a decade and we've avoided the inevitable question of our own fate and immortality. The time has come.
It's okay. It's all gonna happen to all of us.
Only one of us has had a near-death experience in front of others in the group.
What are
I don't
you
know what
talking
that.
about?
When I
You
almost drowned
explain.
at Rosevere.
Oh God. I didn't witness that.
That was so funny.
We're talking again about Rosevere Park. There's a time we were filming the short film Afterlife, and Bree, you want to say what happened? Because it's probably less biased
Yeah,
from you.
yeah, absolutely. 'Cause we were in the process of doing the recording for our first documentary, and there was a new moon or something happening, so you're like, hey, let's try to set up some trail cams, see if anyone's doing some weird wacky shit in the woods
Because that was a
during
claim.
yeah. So I had trail cams, and Ben and I went out to go set them up. And it was spring, so there's this little creek that runs through the park, and it was just flooded. Like it was flowing really fast, like you couldn't cross it. Usually you can cross it. Well, we had found a tree to cross the river. We got across, and we're looking for a place to set up the cameras, and Ben's like, "Oh, hey, there's a good spot." And I'm looking, I'm like, "You mean on the other side of this creek that we just had to cross on a tree way back that way?" And he's like, "Yeah." We're like, "Okay, let's try to find another place to cross." And there's all these spots where the tree branches and logs have collected along the way, like creating like these little dam sort of thing. And Ben's looking at it, he's like, "Oh, this is a good place to cross." And in my brain, I'm like, feel like it's not, but okay. So he starts trying to pick his way across, and he's holding his camera, or it's wrapped around his neck.
But I'm
And
holding it up because it's still like I'm nervous.
yeah, I feel like I think I had the camera stand, and I'm waiting for you to cross. And you step on this log, and you're like, "Oh, careful, this one's really wobbly." And in that moment, I can see that log's not just wobbly. It's not touching the bottom of the creek. You are going to fall in. I can't say this out loud.
Oh,
Like
you
it's a
you
split
absolutely could have.
second.
You could have. You still
No,
could have.
no, no. It was a split second thought. I saw that the log was sinking under you, and I'm like, "Oh, there's no bottom to that." And
You could
he
have at
went
least.
in. He
You could have
went
said,
in.
Ben, Ben, your fault. All I heard
It
was
was
laughter.
too late, Ben. It happened in a split second. There was no way. So he went underwater.
He went
It was
underwater.
And he
the
emerged,
water
and he
was higher
emerged
than
with
my
the
head.
camera over his head, and was barely touched. Like I think it was up to your chin practically. In this
I was
little tiny
flopping.
creek.
I was like,
And I'm like,
Ben was a dead fish.
yeah.
He
Then I was
was.
trying to get a camera up because it was completely submerged,
Yep.
and
And
I was swallowing dirty creek water at a haunted park.
yep. And so, anyways, he was able to climb out successfully. I was able to get across the creek in that same spot successfully without falling in. Um,
How do you do it, Bree? Tell us. What's the
I
secret?
have years of experience of crossing creeks, so
Ben's
I
a city boy.
I know
okay?
I
He
know
doesn't
how
know
to test a log or a branch that I'm stepping on before actually putting my full body weight on it.
I did. I
Ben, do
did
you
test it. I
realize
told you.
everything that you did in that situation was such a city boy like move?
But I
It
tested it, and
is.
I said out loud, "It's loose."
Yeah.
I wouldn't have known that.
Ben born in Chicago and then
Well,
moved to
when
the
you notice
suburbs
a
of
log
Detroit.
is loose
Yes.
in
No
a
nature in
fast
sight.
flowing creek, you shouldn't step on it. Like,
Okay. Lesson learned. This was like 5 years ago.
yeah, anyways.
And
But
I-
yeah,
it
so
makes
he
fun.
fell in the creek. We were able
Almost
to get out.
drowned.
He almost drowned.
I was
soaked
again.
from
I was
head to
I was
toe.
flop,
And then
swallowing this water.
we're in small town Owasso, and we're like, "We need to get your camera and some rice." The only place we can find is this little mom and pop shop grocery store. And Ben walks in soaking head to toe, and there's like a new a wet floor sign, like they just mopped.
I could see the lady
gave
putting
him
the
the-
broom away.
They gave him the dirtiest looks because he was walking, and it was the full sloshing walk, you know?
Dragging mud.
Yep. And he just walks in and goes to the counter. Is like, "Do you guys have any rice?" And they're like, "No."
Imagine. I'm covered. I'm soaking wet. There's like mud all over me and stuff. They're giving deadly glares, and I just go up. And there was someone in line too, so I waited. And I just go up.
Dripping all over their clean floor.
She's like, "Do I have to grab this broom back?" And I'm just like, "Do you have rice? I didn't see rice."
I wonder what the heck was going through their mind.
Yeah. And then what was it? A couple days later, you went back to go grab the camera, and the creek was back to a normal, skinny, crossable creek
No,
without
not even. It
flowing
was completely
water.
dried up.
Yeah.
Completely dried up.
Why did that happen?
It was just randomly flooded the one day we wanted to go out.
Yep.
Gosh.
It was hilarious. What I wouldn't give to have my camera like on in that moment recording. Hindsight. Whose turn was it?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
We're just gonna say it's Angela's.
Okay.
I don't even remember what that question was.
I don't even
Who's gonna
remember
die
either.
first?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, that
yeah.
was Angela's question, so it's my turn.
Okay.
Um,
We're terrible at keeping track of this stuff. This is why we do one topic, and even then, Angela doesn't know what the topic is.
if you could sit down with one famous paranormal investigator from history, who would it be?
I would, and if we can get him on the podcast, that would be great because I have a lot of questions. Zach Bagans. I don't know if anyone has an answer to this, but I want to ask. What's the funniest response someone has given you or said to you when they find out like you're a ghost hunter? Like or you said,
Ooh.
I'm ghost hunting.
It was when I was at work once and this person said, "So, how does witchcraft work?" And then did like the hand movement of like abracadabra and screamed it and then ran away.
What?
What? Did it work?
I don't know. What works? Like what are you asking a question
The
to?
witchcraft.
Oh.
Alright, whose question is the next?
I think it's me.
Angela has the last question.
All
This
right.
better be good.
All right. I think it's a good one. I don't know. So, out of all of our investigations we've done, and of all the different topics and cryptids that we have talked about and investigated about, what is something that you want to do that we have not yet done?
Ooh.
You know, I've always wanted to investigate like a lighthouse, and that's going back to the ghost hunter stuff too. You know, like all the classic episodes were in a lighthouse, and we're in Michigan. How have we not done a lighthouse yet?
Yeah. I would love to do an investigation where we're at a location for more than just like one night.
Yes, I would love to do that too. That'd be so fun.
That's an episode idea of mine too for the near future. We need to talk about that because we haven't. I don't even know the longest we've done. Like 2 nights. We've never done anything more than that though. All right, I'll throw a curveball here. How about this for a question? What, just beyond just paranormal, like what's next? Like what do you want to do next? Like we've done a lot. We've done like what, half a dozen films in the past year? Like what, is there anything you want to do?
I'd really love to do some sort of paranormal road trip.
I want to try to hunt for fairies.
Fairies.
The Fae.
The Fae.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
Yeah.
Fun indeed, fun indeed.
It was a yeehaw of a time.
Yeehaw. Now no one please listen to this. Just be chill. Go with the flow. You've been having fun with us. I don't want to get any comments being like, there was only 49 questions. There was 57 it could be any range. Hopefully we got close enough to 50 where everyone is satisfied.
Suck it up, people.
Now, if any of these questions did spark a thought in your head though, like an answer, a real answer to any of these real questions, please reach out, drop a comment, let us know your answers to any of these questions. If you have any opinions on our opinions, as always, we're here and wanting to talk. We wouldn't have a podcast if we didn't like talking.
Mm-hmm. Do love talking.
We couldn't even make the 50th episode an episode. We had to make it 2 episodes.
We had to make it 2 episodes because we just love talking that much.
Thanks for listening to this week's episode of Paranormal Lens. If you liked what you heard, every 5-star rating and positive review tells the algorithms we're a worthy podcast and pushes us out to more listeners. We appreciate each and every one of you, and we'll see you next Thursday for another Paranormal Deep Dive.